What is happening, everybody? trueeevil here, and in today's Etheria Restart video, we are going to be talking about something that I believe needs to be changed in Etheria Restart sooner rather than later. I'm going to talk about why I think it needs to be changed, and more importantly, I'm going to offer some constructive solutions to the problem, because I think some of the ways it has been suggested to fix this will actually not fix anything. So I'm going to give my feedback on that, but before we get to feedback, we always should just talk about how many positive things have been coming to the game, which there are a ton of positives that have been changed in the past month, and I just need to give a shout out for this because it's actually amazing. And what we're going to talk about first is, well, this Prowess Up event. This thing is amazing for me because it means I can actually build characters now. Previously, it was pretty difficult for me to build character guide videos because I'm just I personally am not going to pay $30 for a lattice, and now I can save up my RGB pools, and I was able to make a Kokardi video day one and fully lattice him and show him off the way he needs to be showed off. So that's definitely a huge thing in my book. It allows me to be able to be a content creator for the game, and although I didn't have enough pools to get Mizusumi out, I worked as it is on that. So it could be a little bit better, but I think for what we're at now, this is a great way. But there are also some other things that have been fixed that we need to give a shout out to. The other thing that I want to shout out that has been a huge improvement of the game is now that we can burn double the resources in 2x as well as it's 3 days. So now I don't feel like I'm pressured to spam them all in one day, which was really helpful, especially this weekend because it was my wife's birthday and I took her shopping and we hung out with her family and all those things. So really helpful for me as just someone in their 30s who might not have the time every weekend to just go ham on 2x. I'm really happy that it's 3 days and I can burn it twice as quickly. Now that we've talked about all the positive changes to Etheria Restart, let's talk about the thing that I think needs to be changed sooner rather than later, and that is going to be the draw system in Guild Wars. Currently, what happens if both teams fully wipe, it counts as a double loss, and this has happened twice in the past month, and I'm going to talk about why I think this is bad, some solutions that have been offered now that are I just don't think they would fix anything, and then what I think is the way to solve this going into the future. And I'm also going to just address things that make it a problem or would help it as we go. So let's get in this. So the reason why I think this is so bad is because, well, you technically won, right? You defeated your enemy, but because of this, you lose MMR, you get the lost rewards, and it's just it all feels bad across the board. And the biggest thing with this is that this is very easy to do. This has happened twice in the past month, and honestly, I think this is going to keep happening unless if they fix things, because it just seems very easy to fully wipe, because you can have a ton of people in your guild have a negative KD, and what I mean by that is you can have a bunch of people go 2 wins and 3 losses and still fully clear, and that seems kind of crazy to me. I don't think there should be a way where say 5 people in your guild go 2 wins and 3 losses and still be able to fully clear, because it's going to cause a lot of issues, right? The biggest issue is that, well, it means that this is just going to keep happening over and over again. More importantly, you're not going to really work on your account. You're not going to fix the problems. You're not going to upgrade your units and try to get better for next time. You're just going to assume this is going to always happen. And honestly, because of that, I do think that some solutions that have been offered are just not going to help. One of the solutions that was offered was, even though this counts negatively in your MMR, that both teams should get the win rewards. And honestly, I think that should not happen. I think it still should be both teams should get a double loss and get the loss rewards, because honestly, if we could just fully wipe, I'm not going to set that strong of defense, right? I'm just going to fully wipe in like 5 minutes and get the win rewards because I only really care about getting that guap guap. So that's going to be really important. That I don't think that is a solution. I think how it is, where it's a double loss, is how to do it. But the thing is well, it shouldn't come up this much. And that is why my solution is, well, to make it harder to draw and it's harder to just fully wipe. And I think the biggest solution for that is going to be just like right now, most of the towers have 3 defenses, and I think to stop the draws, all you have to do is have 4 defenses for characters, and then on the big ones should have 5 defenses. What this is going to do is basically make it impossible to fully clear if there are multiple people in a guild that go 2-3, that even go 3-2. I do not think that multiple people going 2-3 should still allow any guild to fully clear. I think he really needs to show that going 5-0, going 4-1 is the standard, and some people going 3-2 and the 5-0s carry it. It's just like right now there can be multiple people in a guild that never even attack and you still fully clear. And I just think that that shouldn't be okay. I think, the guilds that are at the top are the guilds that have everyone going 5-0, 4-1, and that there shouldn't be guilds where there can be multiple people that don't attack or go negative KD and still fully clear. So in that regards, I think all you have to do is just add an extra defense. And you might be saying, well, I might not have enough units to make that extra defense. Well, maybe then it's just like, maybe that shouldn't be a person that should be in a top 10 guild. So definitely, I think if they add that small change, it would fix a lot of things. And, the game might be like, well, we might have to give them more of the guild coin currency. Well, I think it's way too easy to just like buy out the guild shop, and until they add some new things to it, I just, what's giving a little bit more Etheria coin really gonna do? Because like at this point, I think most people are sitting around 70 mil to 200 mil Etheria coin, so it's just like I don't think giving a little bit extra of the coin is going to matter because everyone is already buying out the guild store every week. So with all of those things in mind, I do think all they have to do is add an extra defense and everyone is going to be happy. It's going to make a lot more positivity in the community. So I really hope that they take this suggestion and really make it so I stop drawing. So that's it for today. Let me know if you agree with me, and let me know if you love Etheria Restart as much as me, and if you're picking up Jada's debut album, because it is absolutely fire. See you guys next time.